Hi, beautiful friends. Welcome to your Pigeon Pose Yoga Flow. This is a Vinyasa class that evolves around the pigeon pose. So we will be exploring different forms and variations of the pose, going from warming up into a bit more dynamic movements and then into deeper stretches. I really love this pose so much, as one of my favorites, so I hope you will enjoy this class just as much as I do, and just make sure you practice very mindfully, take your breaks or your variations if you practice a lot, and make the most out of your practice. Let's get started. We begin our class today on all fours to warm up the spine a little bit with some cat-cow stretches. So spread out your fingers nice and wide, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and maybe you want to tuck the toes under to give a stretch to your feet as well. And then as you exhale, you push yourself away from the ground into a rounded back, chin into the chest, draw the navel in. And then as you inhale, you drop the belly, lift the heart, and lift the tailbone, gently curve the back. Good. Exhale, rounding the back. Inhaling, opening up the chest. Good. Exhale, push away from the ground, really long arms, strong back. Inhale. Now this time as you exhale, open the mouth, make a hissing sound as if you wanted to blow steam on a window. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Now keep that sensation in the throat as you breathe, to create a bit of friction, vibration in the throat, which creates warmth in the body. Ujjayi breathing. If you're not quite sure about it, just breathe naturally. Now, I want to invite you to close the eyes and take a moment to leave that linear movement of cat and cow and just go ahead and move a bit more freely. So you may want to do circling movements, take the neck along, or opening up the side body, maybe even bringing the hips forward or back, whatever feels good. Just for a moment, withdraw from the screen and just see if there's anything that your body would like to do to warm up for this practice. It's a good way to practice listening to the signals of your body. Good. And then slowly over the next 2-3 breaths, find back into your quadruped. And then from here, once again, press the shoulders apart, draw the lower belly in and lift your knees off the ground. You're hovering about 2-3 centimeters of the ground. And then from here, we start circling the shoulders around the wrists. So we warm up the core, the wrists, maybe you can feel your thighs. If this happens to be too much for the wrist, just bring the knees down or stay still. You can also make the movement smaller. And then circle the other way around. Good. Just one more circle of breath. Good. Bring the knees down. Keep the toes tucked, send the hips back, and extend your arms forward for an active child's pose. Release the forehead towards or onto the ground. Send the hips back, extend the arms forward, take a full breath. And then from here, rotate the insides of your elbows towards each other, or even looking upwards towards the ceiling. Feel what that does to your shoulders, how the shoulder blades become a bit more broad. And then keep that length, keep the broad shoulders, and then lift the knees off the ground, send the hips back and up for downward facing dog. Good. First downward facing dog, we take it kind of easy. You can bend the knees generously, bringing the heels alternately down to the ground. Opening up the feet, the calves, the back of the knees, the back of the thighs. Maybe even bringing the knees a bit from side to side so the hip joints get a bit of movement as well, and the lower back. And softly releasing the neck. So no rigid or hurried movements, just softly releasing tension in the face and the jaw. Good. Bend the knees even a bit more, lift the hips super high, and bring the belly towards the thighs. Lift that lower belly in and up, behind the navel, up to your heart. Good. Feel how that lengthens the spine from the inside. Keep that length. Inhale here. Exhale, send the heels towards the ground, just as much as comfortable. Good. 2 more. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the heels. Back stays long. Exhale, heels down towards the ground. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen. Good. Now this time, inhale, roll forward into your high plank. Exhale, come back up, leading with the hips, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, roll it forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your time. Inhale, roll it forward. We stay. Exhale, press away from the ground. Good. One more inhale. Exhale here. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knees down, lower in one piece. Try not curving the back, elbows close to the ribs. Then point the toes. Inhale, send the heart forward. Cobra, open up the chest. Exhale, bring the forehead down. We do one more. Inhale, cobra. Use the back more than the hands. Exhale, lower down. Come onto all fours. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg up into the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend that leg. The knee points up, heel opens up. So your groin opens up rather. Good. Start circling the knee in the air. So you draw big circles and try and really explore how far you can go. Don't be shy about it. Just explore how that feels. Circle the other way around as well. Good. And then close the hip. Pull the knee forward. Big step onto the outside of your right hand. High lizard. You can come onto the fingertips or stay on the palms. Left leg becomes strong and we lift the heart forward. Good. Breathe. 2 breaths here. Feeling the length in the left groin. Good. Now bring the weight forward on your next inhale. Step the left foot forward outside of the left hand for your squat pose. Lower the hips down. Take the hands together in front of the heart center. Good. It's a nice moment to interlace your fingers and circle the wrists. So we get a bit more of warming up here and loosening up. Circle the other way around. And then let those palms come together. Lift the heart up. 2 full breaths in your Malasana pose. Tailbone goes down to the earth. Crown of the head goes up to the sky. Spine becomes long. Good. Bring the hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Roll it forward into your high plank. Exhale with or maybe without the knees. Come all the way down to the ground. Come through your cobra. Open up the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, bend that leg. Open up the groin. The arms stay strong. Scorpion leg. And then circle around. You try and bring the knee forward towards the chest. And then open up behind you. Generous movement. Good. Circle the other way around. Keep your arms nice and strong. Keep the breath flowing. And then pull that knee forward. Step the foot outside of the left hand. High lizard. Try and have that knee over your ankle. And push through the right leg back. Lift the heart forward. Breathe. Right groin lengthens. Good. Last one. And then bring the weight forward. Step the right foot to the front as well. Lower the hips. And you know, if your heels are hovering, that's fine. Just take a moment to adjust yourself. You could always support yourself with a blanket or just let the heels hover. That's completely fine. Open up the chest. Breathe. Good. Bring the hands forward. Now this time lift your bum up into a forward fold. Bring the feet a bit closer, maybe hip distance apart. Let the upper body dangle. Grab the opposite elbows. You can always bend the knees generously, but bring that weight forward into the toes, into the balls of the feet, and allow the head to become heavy. Once again, feel the long side of the back of your legs. Send the sits bones up. Draw the lower belly in. Good. Release Squeeze the arms, come onto the fingertips. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, bend the knees, half forward fold. And exhale, fold all the way down, release. One more. Inhale, half lift, long back. Exhale, let it go. Now we come to standing. Inhale, reach the arms up over the side, long spine, gaze up to the hands. Exhale, hands together in front of the heart and next to the body. Tadasana, mountain pose. We keep moving. Inhale, arms over the side, reach it up. Exhale, come through the center, deep forward fold. Half lift, long back. Exhale, step back and lower all the way as we have or halfway for Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Press the tops of the feet down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come onto the tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, fold all the way down. Come to standing. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up to your hands. And exhale, hands together in front of the heart and next to the body. Chair pose. Inhale, sit deep, draw that lower belly in. Exhale, fold all the way down. Maybe hands next to the feet if you happen to have space. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, step or hop if you practice Chaturanga, or bring the knees down. Inhale, choose your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg, inhale up to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest without setting the foot down, shoulders over wrists. Squeeze. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale here, pull the knee higher. Exhale, step the foot through. Good. High lunge. Inhale, stand up, sweep the arms up. Stay for your exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, Vinyasa. Try without sliding. Step back and lower all the way or half. Choose the variation that you can do with control. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale up. Exhale, knee to chest, shoulders forward, squeeze it in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, stay. Inhale, pull the knee higher. And exhale, step it forward, high lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Stay for the exhale. Good, inhale. Exhale, flow, or anytime you want to skip or go into a dog, a child's pose. Inhale, open up the chest, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take a full breath in and a releasing breath out. Inhale your right leg up into the sky. Exhale, big step outside of the right hand. You could always move the hand in a little bit. Good, bring the left knee down. Inhale, swim the right arm forward, and exhale, bring it back. Good. Inhale, bend the back leg without grabbing the foot. Pull the heel in, and exhale, release. Good. Two more. Cushion the knee if this bothers you. Flip the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, good. Keep the toes tucked. Inhale, lift the knee and the arm. We stay in the twist. Pull the right arm up. Good. We stay for 2 breaths. Lift the back leg. And then bring the knee down. Pull the heel in. Either stay or pull the heel. Stay here and hold it. Or if it's available, grab a hold of your foot or the ankle. Now if you're doing that, then instead of just pulling the heel in, press the foot into the hand, open the shoulder, breathe. Really want to open the left groin, the quads. Good. 2 breaths. Release with control. Set the foot down, bring the arm forward, hands underneath the shoulder, build a nice foundation. So step the right foot out like a blinker, lift the left knee, pull the foot in, bring the right foot next to the left one or let it hover for your Vinyasa. This is just an option. Inhale through your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale, bring it up. Exhale, big step forward. Right knee down, inhale. Exhale, bring the arm behind you. Right leg bends, inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the right knee and the left arm. Bring it up. Breathe. Preparing the hips, strengthening the legs. Last breath here. And then bring the knee down on the exhale. And then again, either stay or hold the foot in the air or maybe make that connection. Good. Try and take a bit of weight out of your right shoulder. Pull the left shoulder back, 2 breaths. All right. Then release with care. Bring the left arm forward and underneath the shoulder. Prepare your foundation for your Vinyasa or step into your downward facing dog. And I want to encourage you to each time decide if you will do a chaturanga or if you will bring the knees down. If you will do an up dog or a cobra, always depending on how you feel. Your shoulders may get tired and you want to bring the knees down. Maybe you feel more warm and you do want to open up into the down dog. So take your moments to decide. Let's take a breath to rebalance, recenter. Side out. Good. Right leg up into the sky. Exhale, big step forward between the hands. High lunge, stand up, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands together in front of the heart. We lean forward in preparation for warrior 3. Draw that lower belly in and up and then bring the weight onto the right leg. Level your hips, lift the right hip up and lower the left one. Good. Keep your gaze softly focused on one point. Keep your chest open and breathe. Good. One more. And then bend the standing leg, bend the left leg, stand up, pull the left leg through up to your chest. And then open the leg to the side, we flex the foot, place the foot on top of the right knee, and then we sit back into kind of a chair shape. And you see we have that pigeon shape, that figure 4 in our legs. So bring the left knee down and bring the right knee a bit forward. Good. Breathe. You have the option to just stay, or maybe with a straight back, come forward, elbows towards the lower leg. Breathe. Keep the face soft, the thoughts neutral. You have the option to stay here, or maybe bring your hands or your fingertips onto the ground and then straighten the standing leg, fold forward. Head is heavy, weight is towards the toes. Good. 2 breaths. And we will leave the pose with the same care. So bend the standing leg, activate the core, take the hands together in front of the heart. Stand up with a straight back, bring the left knee up, and then come back into your warrior 3. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot far behind you. Good. High lunge. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. Right leg up. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Now we do the same figure 4 shape on this side. Bring the knee out, flex your foot, heel onto the left knee, down dog. Push the hips up, long back. 1 breath. Good. From here, bring the left knee down, bring the right toes down and the right knee. So your right lower leg is kind of parallel to the short side of the mat. Option to stay and to just focus on the opening of your hip, or option to walk the hands forward towards an Anahata Asana puppy pose. This could be further up or further down. You could also come into the forearms. Just take a moment to explore what feels good for you. I'll stay a bit further up because of my microphone. So find your position and then breathe into the sensations of the body. Take a moment to refocus on the breath. And just to notice what happens if you send the breath into these areas of the body that experience sensation right now. Good. One more full breath. And then walk the hands in towards the body. Now we keep the legs kind of in the shape, but we bring the right leg towards the center and then pull the left knee behind the right one for our cow face pose, Gomukhasana. We sit between the heels. Now, if your legs are hovering, that's completely fine. They don't have to be on top of each other. You could always support yourself with a blanket or a block or whatever you have, or just let them hover. If this is easy for you, bring your heels further apart. Now, take a moment to settle into the seat. Either you just want to stay like that, maybe this is plenty for today, or you bring the hands forward and you come into a forward fold. Try not lifting your bum off the ground. Once again, find the expression of the pose that suits you today. There's no need to force yourself anywhere or to push yourself too hard. Just find that place of sweet stimulation. You do want to feel something. You want to be able to observe how these sensations change. Yeah, 2 more full breaths. And then walk the hands back towards the upper body. Walk the hands past the body, lean onto the hands, and then pull that right shin in front of the left one. Pull the heels in, pull the knees in, and extend the arms forward. Flex your hands, pull the knees up towards the armpits, pull the heels closer towards you. So we're practicing a bit to become stronger. Then from here, draw that lower belly in and up. Good. Keep the face off. Let's take another full breath. And then with a bit of momentum, but rather with some control, we roll forward. Now you could jump back if this is something that you practice, or you can step back for your Vinyasa or for your downward facing dog. Once again, make your choice, and then committedly practice with attention. Left leg comes up, left leg comes up. Big step forward between the hands. High lunge, inhale, stand up. Exhale, lean forward in preparation, warrior 3. Inhale, lift the right leg off the ground. Take a moment to level your hips. Open the chest, or rather look a bit forward, not all the way down. Breathe. Ah, good. Bend both legs. Inhale, stand up. Pull the right knee up to your chest. Bring it out to the side as if you were going into a tree pose. Flex the right foot, bring it on top of the left knee, and then sit back for kind of a chunky, funky chair variation. And once again, we have the figure 4 here. Bring the right knee down so you can feel that opening. We've already been on the side, so notice how that feels now. See if you can come a bit further forward. Again, this is just an option. Breathe. And then once again, either stay or go further forward into your forward fold. Hands into the ground. Standing legs become a bit straighter and the head becomes heavy. Weight goes forward. 2 more breaths. Good. And then slowly come back. Bend the standing leg, activate the core, hands together in front of the heart. Stand up, pull the right knee up. Warrior 3 on the exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, step it back. High lunge, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bend the leg, figure 4 on the other side. Heel onto the thigh, flex the foot, push the hips up, downward facing dog with your pigeon leg here. And then bring the right knee down, the left shin or the knee and the toes down. Take a moment to adjust. Either you stay up here, this could be plenty, or you decide to walk the hands forward, maybe come onto the forearms, maybe come all the way forward into your Anahata Asana, bringing the forehead or the chin down to the ground. Good. Once again, find a variation that suits you, where you can breathe. Two more breaths. Over and over, gently direct your attention back to the breath. Ujjayi, or gentle, natural breath. And walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Bring the left knee rather to the center. Pull the right knee behind the left knee. Open the heels. Sit back for your cow face pose. Once again, on the second side, evaluate, adjust, take a moment to arrive. You want to try and bring both sits bones down, and either you stay all the way up here, or maybe you walk the hands forward. This is just an option. We'll stay for a couple of breaths. There's often a lot of tension stored in the hips, so instead of adding more pressure and more tension, we rather want to cultivate a quality of letting go, of easing into the pose. Good. 2 more breaths. Good. And then walk the hands back up towards the body and behind you. Pull that left shin in front of the right one. Once again, pull the heels in, pull the knees in, extend the arms forward, make yourself all small and round. This will help you with a lot of different poses and with your chaturanga, with your jumping back. So let's just take a moment and practice. Always remind yourself it's a practice. So let's just take another full breath. And then decide if you want to flow through one vinyasa. If you want to go straight into your downward facing dog, always evaluate, make the most out of your practice. Over the next 2-3 breaths, we'll meet in the downward facing dog. No rush. Good. Now, from here, extend your right leg up. One more time. Exhale, open up the hip. Scorpion leg. Inhale here. Exhale, pull the knee forward. Now we go all the way into pigeon. So right knee down to the right wrist. And then from here, push the left leg back. And for today, I want to invite you to practice in a different way maybe. I will show you 2 options. Either bring the heel closer. This will make it easier. And maybe especially if you want to lean forward. If you want to go a bit deeper in the hip today, maybe bring the shin rather parallel to the short side of the mat. Now this may make you hover in your right bum. You could support it or just hover. If I practice this way, I'd rather stay up here to make sure my hips stay leveled instead of going all the way down. Just take a moment to adjust. You could also bring the heel in. Either way, you want to make sure your right knee feels comfortable, your hips are kind of leveled, and then either stay or make your way forward. We'll take several breaths. So take your time to arrive, either come into the forearms or lower all the way down. If this pose happens to be very easy for you, or you arrive all the way down very easily, you could bring the left arm underneath the right arm, lay down on the left shoulder blade and on the left temple of your head, and bring the right arm around the lower back, and see if you can find that right foot. This is once again just one variation of this pose. I will release for my microphone, so you just stay wherever you have arrived for today. This could be completely different from any other day. And then I want to invite you to either close the eyes or rest the gaze and just stay where you are. Try not to fidget, change anything. Allow yourself to sink into the pose. Get 3 more breaths. Feel free to sigh the last one out. Any sounds of relief are always welcome. Good, and then walk the hands back underneath the body. Once again, build a nice foundation. So open up the fingers wide, hands shoulder width. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee, and bring the foot closer so you have a really nice stance to come back from here into your 3-legged dog. Open up the groin. And either stay or move with me into a wild thing. Try not to just drop, but rather come step by step. Inhale, come forward, shoulders over wrist, hip stays open. Left outside edge of the foot comes down. You can come onto the right fingertips. To have more control as you step the right foot behind you. Your left leg stays long, and then you extend that right arm over your head, opening up the groins, opening up the shoulders and the chest. Good. 2 for breaths. To come back, lower the hips, keep the left leg long, flip back over into your high plank, choose a vinyasa or go into your downward facing dog. Inhale through your back bend, exhale downward facing dog. Second leg, inhale left leg up, exhale bend, open up the groin, inhale pull the knee forward. And exhale, bring it down, pigeon pose. Now, once again, take a moment to see if you want to rather keep the lower leg diagonal or rather parallel to the front side of the mat. There is no right or wrong, just what is fitting for you today. So take a moment to adjust. My second side is usually a bit more stiff. I want to try and stimulate in a similar way without forcing anything. And once you're ready, you could again choose to come down or rather stay up. If you happen to have space, then lower all the way, maybe support your forehead with your arms or with your hands or bring it down into the ground so you can relax the shoulders and the neck, or maybe go into that twisted variation, right arm underneath the left arm if you have done that on the first side. And then once again, close the eyes. Release any tendency wanting to perform anything or achieve anything. Come from doing into being, into feeling. Allow the exhales to become a bit longer without forcing or pressing the air out. Just to support that kind of sensation of release, of letting go, of calming down. And then take your last breath. And once you're ready, walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Build that strong foundation for your 3-legged dog. So maybe bring the right foot a bit closer. Strong right leg. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, open up the groin. Stay or inhale, come into your plank pose. Exhale into your wild thing. Inhale, open the heart. Breathe. 2 more. And then lower the hip to come back into your plank pose. Flip it over. One very last vinyasa or go into your down dog straight away. From your down dog, bring the knees down. Point the toes, send the hips back, child's pose. Maybe take the arms alongside the body this time, forehead down onto the ground or support it with your hands. Allow the shoulders to flow down. Allow the hips to become heavy. And just take a moment to resonate. We've done a lot of opening, a lot of releasing in the hips. A place where there's often a lot of tension stored. So for a moment, just Imagine how you're in this pose, releasing all of that old energy, how it floats through your spine, through your legs, into the ground. Good. Place the fingertips underneath the shoulders so you can roll up in a gentle way. Sit next to your heels so you can swing the legs around. And then sit in about the center of your mat. Take your hands for help or extend the arms forward to lay down on the back. Good. All right, bring the feet close to the bump for your shoulder bridge. Press the feet into the ground, feet hip distance apart. Maybe use the elbows if you want a bit of support. Press them down into the ground. Lift your bum up the ground. Release the spine. Interlace all 10 fingers. Pull the shoulder blades in towards each other underneath the body so you can really open up that chest. Chin slightly towards the chest so your neck is nice and long. And then lift that pubic bone up. One last time, breathe all the way down into the groins, opening a lot of space. Stretching the belly, the stomach, opening up the chest. Last full breath. Then release the hands, come onto the tiptoes. Slowly roll your way down. You could once again use the elbows if that supports you. Once you're all the way down on the mat, walk your feet apart till the edges of the mat. Drop your knees in the center towards each other. And place your hands on your belly or on your heart space, wherever the warmth of your palms feels soothing. Just take a moment to observe how your body feels now. It's the quality of your breath. And then release your arms to the side. They could be straight or kind of in a right angle if that's better for your shoulders. And then drop your knees from side to side with that wide distance between the feet. So one last time, your hip joints can relax, your belly, your back. Letting go of any tension. Good. And then pull one knee after the other up to the chest. Grab your shins, pull the knees down towards the armpits. Press that lower back down into the mat. So your whole spine is touching the ground. Either stay this way or grab a hold of your ankles or the outside edges of your feet for happy baby. Pull the knees down once again, but try and keep that lower back grounded. So if it comes off, maybe grab the back of your thighs or your shins. And then maybe rock a bit from side to side, massaging the spine against the ground. Allow a gentle smile to lift the corners of your mouth in appreciation for your practice, for your body. Good. And then take one knee in each hand, circle the knees away from each other and towards each other. And do the other way around. And then pull the knees in, grab a hold of the shins a couple of times rhythmically. Lift that lower back of the ground as you pull the knees up to the chest. Good. And then I want to invite you to stay with me for just a couple of moments for relaxation. We're not going to stay too long. I feel like it's a really good moment to allow your body to absorb all the effects of your asana practice. So stretch out on your mat. For a Savasana pose, this means give a lot of space to your legs. The feet drop out to the side so your groins can relax. Arms next to the body with a bit of space. Palms facing up towards the ceiling and a releasing, receiving gesture of surrender. Allow your heels to become heavy, your pelvis to become heavy, the shoulders, the head. Release your full weight into the ground. Take a last breath in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. Good. Release your Ujjayi breathing. No more breath control. Allow the breath to flow naturally. And as you let go of the body and the breath, you can also let go of the control over your mind whatever still may be happening, any thoughts, any images, memories. Be sure that this is the natural movement of your mind and you don't have to suppress it. You don't have to control it. There is nothing to analyze or understand. Everything is okay the way it is right now. For a couple of moments, just relax, let go, enjoy your Savasana. Feel free to stay longer if you have the time. Or if you wish with me to come back out of Savasana, start deepening your breath. Start moving your fingers and your toes. Maybe give yourself a nice big stretch. And then bend the knees and roll onto one side first. Keep your eyes closed for another little moment, just to take note how you feel now after your asana practice. And then slowly come over one side, up into an upright seat, maybe with crossed legs or sitting on the heels. And maybe keep your eyes closed or close them one last time once you're arrived, and take your palms together in front of the heart center. Thank yourself for taking the time for your practice today, and say thanks for the life that flows through you. Just take a moment of appreciation. You ready? Open your eyes. Thank you so much for your time. I hope this practice was supportive. I hope you enjoyed it and you feel liberated in your hip joints. If you have any questions or any feedback, please leave me a comment. Also, be sure, if you want to support me, you could subscribe to my channel. You could also now become a member of my channel. If you would like to support me in creating more free videos, you can also donate. But all of this is optional. I appreciate your time. I would love to hear from you. And I wish you a wonderful day.